mic. That's my mic audio. Ha ha ha! We are unmuted. Good morning, evening, wherever you are. Time is a lie created by the antediluvians, and I am one of them. My name is Liam, otherwise known as the Rampant Wombat, and we have, from my left on stream, the lovely Rufflejacks, questionable individual extraordinaire. We have the Clay Pigeon, also a questionable individual, but somewhat more so. And Alex.
Just slightly less extraordinary.
Ordinary is not a sentence, is not a word we use with Clay. Extra or otherwise. And we have also the extraordinary and lovely Alex of Pretty Pastel, please. Thank you all very much for joining. We are certainly attempting something today, and we have a kitten who has joined us.
And a bird.
And a bird.
Bird, 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 bird,
Bird,
bird,
bird, bird, bird, bird, bird, bird, bird, bird. Sorry, Lily, you're important too.
Okay, cool. I'll just steal this recording from Onyx Path later on. And we'll bounce up. Alright. Welcome, gentle viewers, to the heart of the Empire. A Changeling the Lost actual play set in 1850s Victorian London. Now, I think we'll start with Jax. If we could get a reminder of your character, please.
Hello, I am playing Pia Mort, the Sexton's daughter. I am a fairest ghost heart and am unnervingly skilled in navigating the hedge. I also have a ghost boyfriend named Screwhead Jack, and I may or may not be engaged to an aspect of fate after stealing an icon back from it last time.
I'm sure nothing bad can happen with that at all. Alex, your character.
Well, if I, with my one single dot of intelligence, remember correctly, I am, my name? Smidge. Smidge the Pidge. I seem to remember fragments of my life. It was something to do with the mountain, and that's about it, really. I'm small, and I'm life not very capable something of anything other than turning into a bird and flying around in the hedge. And I don't even remember anything about my character sheet. I would have to find it. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I hope that's a great summary. We're off to a good start.
We are off to something that is known as a solid start.
Yes.
Whilst you're finding that, Clay, your darling character.
My character is Thomas Millen, or Tom, who is a fairest playmate of Winter, who is generally here to get in between my erstwhile allies and whatever thing it is that is trying to murder them or turn their brains to mush on any given day. Success is pending.
Beautiful. For those in chat, how are we coming through sound-wise? And I'll get an answer in about 30 seconds. Now, this session is a murder mystery, because what's more Victorian than a lovely little murder mystery that can go down at any point? A small problem has happened at Spurgeon's Pastors College in South Norwood. Excellent. A Fey-touched agent of Spring has gone missing, and you have all been contacted by Rory, the head banker of the Guild of Gold Spinners, to investigate their lost source of revenue, shall we say, and to make sure that nothing unfortunate has taken place. The principal of this school, one Charles Haddon Spurgeon, meets you at the front gate of the Pastors College. Pardon me. And he has been informed that you are coming, and he will help you in any way that can possibly be done. Your rewards shall be status. An additional dot of mantle if you are a member of Spring. If you are not, you shall receive 2 dots of Spring goodwill for being so very, very helpful.
Hell yeah.
Now, how do you guys travel to Spurgeon's College?
Well, before I travel anywhere, once I've received the dossier for this series of events,
Mm-hmm.
I make sure to meet up with my lovely investigative team, one of which I'm certainly not overly concerned about, and one of which I am very concerned about, and I'll leave that up to you two to decide where you assign those labels. And I ask, well, if we're investigating things, might be for the best if we take a 5 minutes, half an hour, and just hash out a little bit of a plan going forward.
Jax, you are on push to talk, my friend.
Right. I remember that because I do that. So do we know what's up with this other than a source of revenue within the seminary going missing?
Sure. Can I get you to make an intelligence plus socialize, and if you have any dots in mantle or spring goodwill, add those dots to the dice pool.
Gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna roll a pool of 5. Oh no. Hold on.
How are you going finding your character sheet, Alex?
You know, about as well as you could imagine for someone of my intelligence. Just having a
sending you
browse.
I'll send you a copy right now.
How do you have it?
How do I have it?
What is this?
Magic. 2 successes on intelligence socialize. Spurgeon's Pastors College is an interesting experiment. Charles Haddon Spurgeon was a relative nobody for a good portion of the early 1800s. He preached at a crumbling Baptist church that he managed to turn around. It seems like fate was on his side in some way. Now, the occult...
Narrows eyes and Episcopalian Baptists.
As one. Yes. The Baptist Church has rapidly grown, and Spurgeon has become incredibly influential across the empire, or as it stands now. His sermons are sent to the furthest colonies, even to Tasmania, and the nature of Spurgeon's College and its rapid growth is some cause for concern for the local changelings. In this case, the Spring Court has basically put in a single agent to make sure that there is nothing necessarily bad going down.
Theological nerd question.
Mm-hmm.
Are we before or after the Great Disappointment of 1840?
After.
Does this man believe in either the Second Advent or the Rapture? Because Darby was putting out stuff about the Rapture in 1835 and before.
Okay, so from a theological nerd perspective, you are looking at a particularly an American perspective that Spurgeon wasn't actually very interested in and didn't invest in too much. He was very much more invested in the goings-on of London. Whilst these were important theological tenets, he was much more of a mission and evangelist perspective as an individual.
I was mostly curious if he was one of the weird apocalyptic cultists that started cropping up around this time.
No.
So I'm glad to know that he's not, because that changes my attack significantly and how I'm dealing with him.
Beautiful. any other questions regarding research for this individual or the social systems?
What was the last
Actually-
sermon he gave?
Sorry?
What was the topic of the last sermon he gave?
Don't even have my dice. Let's roll a d20 and find out. Hello, bird, but... 1.
Bird, 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 bird.
His most recent sermon was on the... was on the dangers of overindulging in alcohol and the vices that it leads to. A very good reformed gentleman. Spurgeon has opinions on the amount that people drink, not that they drink. And so he was discussing the Victorian vices.
Before I do some other things, yes, Spring has finally got around to putting an agent in there, but the winter agent that's been in there for the last 6 months to a year, what do they know?
Nothing. This is
All right,
Spring's...
Sure it is. Absolutely, it definitely is, and no one's arguing against that. But can I make a roll to find out what Winter knows?
Absolutely. Roll for rumours.
Yeah, because I've got 4 dots of Winter Mantle already, so...
Okay.
I'm wintry as fuck.
How many dots in Socialise do you have?
3.
Okay, don't roll. You don't need to roll. You are
Nice.
high enough in the winter establishment for this to be very simple for you. This induction of an individual into Spurgeon's College was a direct instruction and a direct order from the arbiters of the Fan, a secretive group of 6 changelings that exist within Victorian London. And whilst the rabble below you may suggest that they are in fact just advisors to the various monarchs of the seasons, what is true that you know is that they are the controllers, they are the power brokers. If they're interested in this, Winter is already invested. They have been, with your dots and mantle, you would know that Winter has already sent in human agents, and either they have become unreliable, or they maybe have joined a bit more into this small Christian school. Any other information that you would like, Clay?
No, I'll keep all of that firmly to myself for the moment, though.
Mm-hmm.
Winter's got a winter.
Winter's got a winter.
So, if we cut back to our current time,
Mm-hmm.
I would suggest that if we're investigating this missing individual, I have access to a couple of neat contracts that will aid us in this journey. If I could have a mere teensy drop of blood from each of you, I can ensure that we have a nice positive experience going into this and really reap the benefits of planning with fate in mind.
Do you remember what happened we planned last time with fate in mind?
Yes, but this is at least slightly different.
I don't want to wind up engaged to you.
You're not going to wind up engaged to me. I am an eternal bachelor.
I understand. Lord Oscar Wilde. I'm just gonna sit here and listen to the bird real quick. This is
Great, and I'm going to roll for spinning wheel with the fairest seeming benefit to give us all the inspired condition as well. This will give us.
I am not giving you a drop of my blood. If winter's gonna winter, fall's gonna fall.
All right, fine. Then I guess I spend the glamour like a peasant.
Yeah.
But not for me.
Does Smidge allow themselves to get pricked?
Just a little bit. That's fine. Just a wee bit of blood.
Just the tip.
Never hurt anyone. Just the tip.
Contract fires, we all have +3 to reach the positive experience of getting to the bottom of this mystery.
Inspired. And
And we're all inspired.
all gain the inspired condition, which I will just do a quick rehash of. You are deeply inspired when you take an action pertaining to your inspiration, which is finding the best outcome. You may expend this condition and gain an exceptional success on 3 successes and regain a point of willpower.
Excellent.
And I have another little trick up my sleeve. In the form of a contract you might even know. Are you familiar with Mastermind's Gambit, perhaps?
No, but I'm sure you're dying to tell me.
Well, it will just assist us getting to the bottom of this, and it will also, thanks to my lineage, I suppose, if you want to call it that, to give us an organization that will give us a bit of backing and assistance as a part of this investigation.
Your lineage?
Seriously? Okay.
Yes, yeah, of course. Why not? I think it would be appropriate if this place was, if our investigation was being backed by an organization that, say, had some measure of clout or authority over this potentially renegade small school. Do you have any other preferences? I can tailor it a bit.
At this point in time, Spurgeon is a part of the Baptist Union of England. So, you want...
We want the old nonnas to show up.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
The true power behind the throne.
And
also we get a +5
Granny.
equipment bonus for everything that we do trying to investigate this. So I think we want that.
Yep. So you're looking at a total of +8 to investigate this. With both
Sounds
of these going
fantastic.
off. Make
Yes.
it roll.
I don't need to, it's spinning wheel. Sorry, Mastermind's Gambit. It just happens, baby.
That's right.
It just takes me a while. That's why I wanted 5 minutes to half an hour.
Yep. You spend your time preparing, dramatically monologuing how you guys are going to go in and how fate is going to aid you to the best of its endeavours.
Great.
I look very bored. I'm doing it. I'm like clearly going through the motions.
That's okay. I also look very bored.
How does Smidge look?
Very confused. Just off with the fairies. Her mind is elsewhere. She's like,
Oh. Oh. Really? What is
not actual fairies. No actual
TM,
fairies.
TM.
No, we do not say the F word here. Excellent. You start to set all of this up. You set it all in motion. Clay, could I get you to roll a d10 for me?
Absolutely.
Give me the result.
A 9.
A 9. Excellent. Fantastic. Oh, shoot. I remember this NPC. I made this NPC. I should remember them. Any other prep work that you guys want to do? Yes, hello, kitten.
I would like to send in my ghost boyfriend
Your ghost boyfriend.
to see if he can find anything.
Oh, could I have included the ghost boyfriend as in those contracts, please?
Yes, of course.
Excellent. So he has +8 on everything he's doing now.
Jax, could I get you to roll? Because he's also a rank 3 ghost.
He
Fuck
sure
yeah.
is, isn't he?
God, I love Changeling.
Can I get you, Jax, to roll 14 dice?
You certainly can.
15 dice. Where the heck is this character?
So I'm very mad because I only got 4 successes, but 2 of them were 10s, so let me hold on and re-roll those 10s.
Yes.
5 successes, so he gets an exceptional at least.
Yeah, why not? Let me just get up my table of NPCs for this game. Because originally I did like 130 something NPCs for this. Yes, thank you, Pippin.
I agree, Pippin.
Where is he?
Same.
I agree.
Um, how dare you? How dare you bring Exalted into this? To my good changeling household. Alright. You guys spend a few minutes. Pia Mort has sent off her transgender hedge ghost boyfriend into the hedge and Christ, I shouldn't have had chat up. Into the hedge and then back out the other side, so that he can investigate the area. As Tom is wrapping everything up, shoeless due to the Scarecrow Ministry, apparently. Your little Cogsworth comes back and materializes in front of you all. I don't like this side, Pia. But
Sorry.
what I found is the boy is alive, capable of talking. The boards over his bed had been removed, and a bread knife has been used to cut and harm him. There were women's clothes nailed to his dormitory door. It seems he had company.
I'm sorry, you said the boards over his bed have been removed?
Yes, into the roof. I didn't find much in there except dust.
So they're in the ventilation duct situation.
They mostly come at night.
Mostly.
Great.
He has certainly been attacked by something. And his Yes.
Can us non-ghosty
Yes.
types hear him?
Yep,
Yeah,
he's
he's
sorry,
materialized.
Sorry to interrupt. You said something, not someone. That's a very specific choice.
We are all things here.
No, I'm specifically not a thing. I'm a person, and so are you.
No, I'm dead.
I mean, existence is a state of being. In any case,
Don't make our relationship weird.
yes. Well,
He
yes, I'm not thinking about that.
He taps his tool-pointed fingertips together. Yes.
Tool-assisted speedruns don't count. So, is there a reason why you specifically said something? Or is this just an affectation?
No, it's simply because of the way that everything seems. It could have been an animal, or it could have been a human. They are things. I simply said what I said.
An animal
Hmm?
that can use a bread knife.
have you heard of a monkey before?
Yes, but normally they don't wander around with bread knives. That would be incredibly unusual. A walrus with a knife, on the other hand,
Very concerned
completely.
about that. Was the door locked from the inside?
Yes, originally.
Or from the outside, rather, I suppose.
No, inside. The
Okay.
gentleman had company of a young lady.
Of course. Is she still there?
I didn't see her.
That's troubling.
Yes. Smidge, you look like you want to say something.
Did you see anyone inside at all?
There were many people in the dormitories. Many,
You know what it means.
but
That above the bed, where the boards had been removed, did you see anyone there?
no.
No one.
Dust.
Dust.
The
Were there
board.
footprints in the dust?
No, it was scuffed like someone crawling on their knees. But that's about it.
Someone on their knees. Well, anyone?
Hopefully in prayer, like good Christians should be,
Hmm.
and not anything else that could potentially be going on one's knees.
Oh no, we already know that happened.
Yes, I know. I'm just. Let me believe.
You're they're spring court. They should be fine with things happening on their knees.
On with and around, I assume.
And occasionally in.
They like to be needed.
Spring's gonna spring.
So where are we now?
I'm gonna say that you guys are at a winter apartment. It's not a safe house, so it's not secret, but it is one of those locations that you guys can meet up, chat, has easy access to the hedge. You're within maybe a quarter mile of the Preacher's College, so not too far.
Don't you think we should maybe go there?
I think we're at
Ourselves?
that point, yes.
All right.
I'm not even slightly opposed to going there myself, so if you want to come with me, then I think we should go.
I
No,
agree.
no. I think that's completely reasonable.
Excellent. And we start, and we go back to the question I asked at the beginning. How do you guys get there? Do you just walk? Because I know that some of you have alternative means of travel.
Now listen here.
Hmm?
No, I'd be walking unless anyone.
Why not go through the hedge? It'll be faster.
It's a quarter
Oh yes, that
mile.
sounds really safe. Right, go to the hedge, right? Yes, exactly where we want to be.
Isn't that where your betrothed is? Are you sure you want to go there right now?
Right now?
Actually, Jax, could I get you to roll a perception for me?
Oh fuck.
And if you are full on clarity, you have a +2. And I shall
Well,
soon.
my clarity is a 7, so resolve composure. right.
Wits composure +2.
With composure, thank you.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, what
Good
was that?
face.
6 successes.
6 successes.
Oh!
Amazing! I love it when we see 6 successes. Awesome. So you notice this immediately. The white veil that is slowly forming around your head, and the draped, beautiful white dress.
I'm out! I'm out! I'm out! I'm out! I'm out! I'm out!
So we're walking, yes? Okay.
Yeah, we're
fabulous.
walking! We're
Great.
walking!
Great, because that gives me an opportunity to obtain some sorrow from someone on the street as we're going. That'd be fantastic.
Marvelous.
Excellent. Sorry.
basically what you see when she goes. So she goes in the mirror, very confident because she has all these lovely hedge contracts and knows the value of things at Goblin Market. And she comes running out like 30 seconds later, going, "Nope, we're walking."
Does she take the veil off?
No, because it's
Excellent.
freaked her out so badly.
Oh, excellent.
Got to drive this character like a stolen car.
Beautiful.
So we're taking you to church with a veil on, yes?
Shut.
Excellent. I feel like this is valid. We're going to roll a very mild clarity breaking point for Pia, as her reality is unbecoming around her. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that sucked.
Could I
So
get you
I'm
to
rolling.
roll your weird rating?
Yes,
Just
which I think is the one right now.
yes.
9.
9. Excellent. As dice pool. Excellent. So you succeed. We're going to roll a single dice for a mild clarity breaking point.
I thought I just did that, but okay.
You roll weird, and then you roll another additional dice based on the breaking point.
2.
2. Your clarity is definitely shaken in this moment, as you are... Something's coming through. Something's coming to take you away. You know you agreed to this. You know you've got this coming for you, but you don't want this. And as you run out, the veil flapping in the wind. It takes a little bit. It takes until you're basically on the street, the cobblestones beneath your feet, for your mind to settle. It's fine.
So, I would be delighted to talk to any of the young men in the seminary. I would be delighted to talk to any of the serving staff. Do not put me in the church. I am not going in the chapel.
Not a problem. I think that would in fact be wise.
I agree.
For the best. Leave that to us.
Liam will remember that.
On the way, do I walk past anyone really down on their luck?
Can I get you to make a perception roll?
Great, trained observer to the rescue. Let's go.
And what is Smidge doing in this moment? As one of your compatriots is wandering around like a predator, the other is trying not to have a panic attack.
I am just sort of clinging to the side of the, as we're walking, trying to stay out of people's way. I'm watching what they're doing and keeping my eyes ahead, thinking where we're going, trying to get there quickly.
Excellent.
Get out of here quickly.
Excellent. Could I get you to please roll wits plus streetwise? As you are trying to keep kind of everyone together and move and finagle your way through the busy and crowded London streets. As with 4 successes. Damn, this dice likes 8s.
Where is my streetwise?
It will be at the bottom of your social skills, over the left-hand side.
Aha.
Yep.
Streetwise. Oh, good. I have no skills in streetwise, so I guess I minus a dice.
You do.
Okay, excellent. 1 success.
Excellent. I'll get right back to that. Tom, as you are wandering through the streets, actually being pretty well guided by Smidge. Like, it's not their ideal position. They're on their feet rather than on wing. But you do find someone. A couple of young chimney sweeps who are standing by a wrapped up roll of something. And they're just shaking their heads. Don't know how we're going to tell boss about this. Well, we don't have to tell him. We just have to do jobs. Yeah, but...
As I walk past, I just say, Morning. Shame about the price of coal doubling, hey? And I just keep walking.
Are you
And
going
that's...
to try harvesting?
Oh, absolutely.
Excellent. I'll get you to make a...
Wow, Pippin really has feelings about workers' rights.
Rights? Workers? This is the Victorian era. It bears no parallel to our modern day situations.
I just need to huff for some glamour. Please.
Yes. Roll either expression or socialize.
We can do.
With whatever attribute you feel pertinent to this situation.
You got it, bud. Oh, this'll help out a lot. Excellent. Three.
Does that overfill you at all?
It does not.
Excellent.
Those were some expensive contracts.
Excellent. Pertinent to ask. Smidge is the one leading you through London, as one of you slowly comes down, veil still on head, and the other is... You've got glamour in your system, Clay, and it's sorrow. It tastes like ash. It tastes like a very disappointing coffee or tea. Something just bitter and slightly salty. Beautiful. You don't feel sad about this, but it is niggling at the back of your mind, this small twinge of empathy for these boys. And you guys eventually come to the entrance of Spurgeon's College. Standing out the front is a goodbye bird, is a middle-aged changeling. An ogre, dressed like an Anglican priest. Dog collar, black shirt, slacks. He stands there and looks toward...
Do I know him?
Yes, all of you do. He is a gentleman most often known as the priest or Father Matthew. He is one of the few changelings in London that are both married and have a child after Arcadia.
Tricky.
In it just.
In it.
And he makes eye contact with you, Clay.
Mm-hmm.
I was told I needed to be here. Why have I been summoned, please?
Well, there has been some questions raised about the whereabouts of a certain... I assume we are in public, right? Like there's
You
people
are, but
wandering around.
you're off to the side. You're by the gate, but it's enough busyness that you won't be interrupted or necessarily heard.
Mm-hmm. Of a... And they're in spring, correct?
They are courtless.
Courtless. Of a certain spring fey-touched. I give the name.
Mm-hmm.
And I roll wits empathy to gauge their reaction.
Excellent. Either of you two doing anything at this moment?
I'll back him up if he needs it.
Ooh, and we have +8.
You do. And is Smidge doing anything at the moment, Alex, or just...
Just standing back, keenly observing.
Excellent.
Oh boy.
We'd love to hear it.
8 successes, please, ST.
Fuck off. Jeez.
Yeah, see, no need for me to do anything right now.
Hey, you
He's
get this
got
bonus
this.
as well.
Tom's got this in the bag.
Well, we're currently in the Tom stage. We're alright. I'll let you figure out whatever it is you're doing over there later, if we can...
Yeah. You empathy on this man and just kind of check him out. He is unimpressed that A, he is here, and B, that you guys are investigating something that is clearly linked to the courts and the court system. He seems to be putting the pieces together as to why and who would send you, and he just nods slowly and I see. So, if that's the case, how may I help you?
Well, you are the individual that is placed here, or chose to be here. I'm hoping you could tell us a little bit about this individual and what perhaps might have transpired. And, ideally, once we've got that out of the way, take us to where their quarters might be.
Certainly, we'll have to stop by Haddon's room, but he's quite amiable.
hmm And of course, we're not expecting anything really from you here. There's no need to do anything that you find
Hmm.
unsavory.
I more don't want to bring my unsavory nature upon you all.
Oh,
It's
I
unfortunate. But,
An unsavory nature would be a bit of a comfort, honestly, right now.
well, I am the lowest of the low if you listen to some certain fan bearers. My
I'm
friend.
selectively deaf.
Marvelous. Um, I don't know this young man per se. However, I can say for certain that if he is involved, Spring is concerned. Who sent you? Was it Chester, Rory, someone else?
Rory.
Rory. Okay. Well, that means that Spring has invested heavily in ensuring that the college functions, that they've poured money and time and goodwill into this place. I wouldn't be surprised if Spurgeon is not just aware of us, but aware of a broader contingent, shall we say, of the supernatural in London.
That seems like an odd choice given that his opinions on the vices, Spring tends to be a little more enthusiastic about them.
A man can turn a blind eye to many things, particularly if his capital is affected by it.
question. Do you personally, or have attempted perhaps, to use any contracts to influence this space or the buildings here?
The buildings...
And have you encountered any resistance if you have?
Interesting. The buildings, no, but the people definitely. There is certainly some sort of entity paying attention to this place. Whether it is the Almighty himself, that remains to be seen. However, the weird certainly is hesitant to overstep.
Interesting.
I would be cautious if you were going to over-manipulate the situation.
Thank you.
We would never dream of over manipulating a situation.
You are one of the few autumns that would, my dear. Now, shall we? And he just kind of... The wrought iron gates are closed and he just kind of puts a hand on and opens them easily. There's no creaking of hinges or anything. Please, follow me. We'll have a chat with Haddon and hopefully you'll be able to sort this out. And he leads you through.
When he turns his back, I'd like to into bird mode, if possible.
Sure, yeah. Mark off. Now, you are... Whilst you aren't easily noticed, you are still on, like, the street. Do you just kind of do it as you head in?
If we're going through a gate, right? Kind of take a look to the left and right, 1 foot forward, like I'm about to step, and boop, like just
Awesome. I'll get you to make a dexterity plus stealth roll, please. Actually,
okay.
or a
There.
composure plus stealth roll. Your call.
E. No, we'll do dexterity and stealth. Okay. 1, 2, 3 successes.
3 successes. I'll roll 2 dice to see if anybody notices a pigeon appear. Nah, pigeons are everywhere. But this is your magical girl transformation.
Entering my feathered era. Okay.
You flap off. The sound of pigeon feathers flying behind you all, and the Reverend Matthew doesn't even bat an eye. He just interesting. And he opens the doors for you guys to step in, leads you through to a modest, probably the most stark thing about this, particularly for Pia, if you've grown up around the Episcopalians and Anglicans, is this is stark. This is almost Spartan in terms of there's a lack of finery. This is very low church. This is almost a winter's church in their own ways.
You're muted.
You're on push to talk, bud.
My body language sort of closes in on itself because it's like almost protecting my glamour from just the total lack of ornament.
Mm-hmm. Tom, on the other hand, you feel quite comfortable here.
Yeah, that's pretty good. If you've ever been to the Chancellor's office, it's kind of like this.
And you guys... you guys wander on into Spurgeon's office, the principal's office. Matthew doesn't even bother to knock. He just opens the door and he goes, "Haddon, presence." And sitting at the desk is a young man. You're looking at maybe mid-30s. Similar.
I'm sorry, is his name Haddon Spurgeon?
It's Charles Haddon Spurgeon, but
poor dear.
Yeah, and he very nearly deserved it. Spurgeon is sitting in similar attire to this. Waistcoat, button-up, jacket. And he is sitting there smoking a cigar, going over what looks like a series of notes. And he... Yes, Clay.
Henning, please.
Yeah, what's your willpower?
My willpower is 5.
Excellent. What's your glamour? Your clarity.
My clarity?
Yep.
Also,
clarity roll.
Clarity is also... Wait, do you count the 0 box as part of that?
You
know, it goes 0, 1,
total.
2, 3.
Yeah.
Total? Yeah, 5.
5. Alright. Give me a second.
That's to know.
You do not get any result.
That's fine.
As the willpower you would have expended returns to you. Kenning, for some reason, just doesn't work here. It's not like there's resistance. It's just...
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
I'm more imagining that it just kind of slides off.
Yeah, almost that. Matthew, why is there a bird in my office?
She's very well trained.
Is there anything for me to sort of land on? What's the furniture like here?
There's bookcases, there's a desk, there's even chairs.
A highest spot I possibly can.
Excellent. You pick your roost. Spurgeon's eyes follow, and then he returns. Are these your... Haddon, please. They're doing us all a favour by checking this out and making sure you don't fall to scandal. I suppose my cooperation is assured, then. Of course it is.
Don't worry. I'll keep the scandal far away from you, and I give him these, like, bedroom eyes.
Bedroom eyes or fear me eyes?
Yes.
Ah, a monster fucker. I'll get you to make an expression roll.
I'm sorry, have we met?
I'll get you to make an expression roll.
Do you want expression or persuasion?
What's your intention here? Is it to give him a little bit of a spook, or is it to convince him that you are a secure person?
I want to convince him that I am the sort of person who can make this go away if he'll stay on my good side.
That's an intimidation roll. With the +8.
So with a +8 and my, we'll say, presence, I guess.
Yeah.
That'll be 11 dice.
This is also a mundane intimidation roll. You add your autumn mantle to this.
Hold on.
That'll bring you up to, what, 13?
14.
14? Love that.
14. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So I'm actually rolling as much as my transgender ghost boyfriend. What the fuck kind of roll was that?
What you get? Up yours too. You attempt what is by and large an intimidation roll. And Spurgeon just looks you dead in the eye, unaffected, unafraid, with the same reciprocal look of stay on my good side and maybe we'll be in business.
And I just slide into frame. And I say, of course, we will work as quickly, as efficiently, and as subtly as we can to have this resolved with minimum of fuss and effort on all parties. And I make a persuasion roll.
Please.
Minimum of...
No, my dice, come back. Oh well.
Is he sitting at a desk right now?
Yes, he is. Quite a
And
large
you
desk.
said he's got paperwork or something on his desk?
Yes.
Can I see it from my vantage point at the top of
yes.
the bookshelf?
Absolutely you can.
I'd like to sort of be positioning myself so that he's not looking... If there's any bookcases or anything that are sort of behind him,
Yep.
I'd like to be somewhere where he can't see me, but I'm quite clearly having a literal and figurative sticky beak at what he's doing. I'd like to be looking at what's on his desk.
Excellent.
Anything I can.
I'll get you to make a wits plus investigation roll. And Clay, what did you get, please?
5 successes.
5 successes. He looks you in the eye and just...
I have rigid mask. I will appear whatever 5 successes requires me to look. That's what I give him.
Alright, it's fine. We'll keep this quiet.
Of course.
The young lad in question was apparently taking a guest, which he knew was outside of the permissions of this place, and yet brought her in. He was then found stabbed 4 times by what looks like a bread and butter knife. And the young lady has since absconded. We have not been able to find her. I'm of the opinion she is one of your genteel folk. And we want this person found as quickly as possible. We are happy to engage in further alliance with your differently worked systems. But this is a problem.
Of course. And the young man in question is...
Still on the premises in our infirmary. He has been patched up by a doctor who is very good at keeping his nose out of other business.
I see.
Smidge, looking over the shoulder. How many successes did you
Success.
get? Sorry?
One.
One. A lot of his paperwork is simply busy work, the sort of work a principal does. He has to sign checks, approve certain curriculum choices.
Did you roll your extra 8 dice?
That would not be pertinent to this role.
Not be pertinent. Oh, okay,
Not
cool.
to this role. This is a
That's good
sticky
to know
pig.
too.
Sticky pig. Yeah. With contracts, because I'm not entirely familiar, if I wanted to use any sort of like Cupid's arrow or something, is that something I would have had to have set up prior to this, or can I?
No, you
Okay.
can use Cupid's arrow right now.
Okay. So, is that something that it's like I've got to be speaking with him in order to use it, or is it more of a mental kind of?
It's more of a
situation?
mental thing in this case. So Cupid's arrow, you roll your wits plus empathy plus your dots in mantle.
Yep.
And I roll his composure plus any supernatural tolerance he may have.
Dots in mantle. Where do I find that?
It should be in your merit selection. It will either be.
Yes.
You'll
Okay.
have at least one.
I have 3, in fact.
You have some very, very characters.
3, 5 successes.
Okay, give me a sec. I just want to see what his desires are. Except
Murder! Murder! We found it!
Good night, everyone.
you learn of Spurgeon's most ardent desire, which his most ardent desire is that his wife would be better, that she wouldn't be sick anymore, that she would be healthy.
Fascinating.
Yeah, isn't it? He is. You may replace this desire with one of your choice, by the way. You don't just know it, you can manipulate it. The biggest obstacles to his wife's health are her nature of being overworked, looking after his children, and the fact that they live in London, which is, as we all know, a very healthy experience.
Fun for the whole family.
Close to.
I don't think I'm cruel enough to replace his desire for his wife to get better with something like, I desire figuring out who murdered this person. I won't do that. I'll leave it at that.
Excellent. Well, if that's all the questions you have, and we can still talk on the way, he stands up, does his jacket up. I'll show you to the infirmary where you can chat with the boy.
Thank you, that's
Hello,
incredibly
boy.
kind.
What's his name?
Fuck you. The DM's curse. Someone asking what the name is. Give me a second as you guys walk through the halls. And in fact, this is probably a good opportunity for us to take maybe a 5-minute break, get some water, hydrate or dihydrate, all that good stuff. So
5 minutes. Goodness. It's enough time for me to grab a bird off the windowsill.
it is.
Coffee time!
Full cafe. All right. For those of you in chat, we're just going to jump to the pre-screen slideshows for Onyx Path and their stuff that's going on this week. Stay tuned, and we'll be back in 5.
Hell yeah.
Also, this bitch is no longer pushed to talk because fuck it, I've been gesturing and I can't have one hand on the Z key when I want to be dramatic.
Yep.
If it becomes too much of a problem, let me know.
It won't be a problem.
Yes, sir. Alrighty. Coffee. You guys walk through to the infirmary of the college. It once again, the Spartan atmosphere here is pretty hectic. There are some pretty things like pretty books, young men in kind of their school attire, the mix between trying to imitate Spurgeon and the mix between they're young men trying to look good. And I'll actually get a portrait of Spurgeon up just so that we can all understand who we're looking at. You guys eventually come to the... Yes, hello cat. To the infirmary, where as you go in, there sits a young man with many, many stab wounds. He looks like he's been through utter hell. As he sits on a bed looking rather glum. This is the boy.
I see he is, in fact, quite a holy man.
Going to tell us his name, Mr. Spurgeon?
Norris is his name. Norris Wolf. And he does crack a smile at the holy man comments.
Also, Spurgeon is not that bad looking. He's adorable.
He is... Oh, we're all just getting that.
Ooh.
Ooh, fear. Fear and trembling. This is roughly what he looks like.
He is a precious lad.
A handsome man.
Where can we see it?
Oh, I just flicked it in onto the onto my face in here, but it is gone now.
It's if you look up Charles Spurgeon, you'll get portraits.
Yes, Norris Wolf is his name, and unfortunately his indiscretions will have to be noted. But by all means,
Discretions were outed quite a bit. You nailed her close to his door, I understand?
I was not party to that, and we are looking for the offenders in that regard. That sort of shaming is not what we teach here. My hope was that we may avoid unpleasantness. However, some of the boys... Some of the boys have different ideas, which they'll be berated for appropriately.
Do you need someone to put the fear of God into them? I'm quite good at that.
Roll something. Roll something. Roll an offering of the fear of God. I don't know.
I can do presence persuasion. I could do composure persuasion to say that without laughing.
Sure, that works.
Alright, and do I get a +8 to that?
You do not. That is not to the purpose of this plan, but...
Well, I still get...
I'm still rolling
7 dice. Yeah. I'm still rolling 7 dice, so... I will live, I'm sure.
Without my 8 dice, how will I function? How will I live?
He doesn't believe I can put the fear of God into them. I fail.
Oh.
It's okay. Pia's small. So.
whilst I appreciate the effort, young miss, I suspect that even a
Oh, please call
lady,
me Pia.
Miss Pia, I
No, please call me Pia.
mm,
If you must Miss Mort, will do just fine.
I would hope that we all miss Mort eventually. But
Oh, wow, the energy in this room is certainly something, and I start walking towards Norris.
You're a winter. You should love the energy in this room right now. It's so chilly.
well, positively frigid. Just a second.
Okay.
A phone call. Hi.
Ah, yes, my trap
there.
has succeeded. He's gone now.
All right. So while he's gone,
I
how are we gonna
strangle
burn down
Norris.
the cemetery? Mr.
So I'm on.
Tommy, I'll go home.
So
I'm
I'm
gonna
on
land-
murder duty. You're
I'm gonna
on
land on
flamethrower
Norris's
duty.
head. Just land on his head, start
Do
Oh,
preening
I
on
it.
his
just burn down the seminary.
As a bird, you have not shat in a while, so maybe now's
Yeah,
the
I'm
time
not
to
concerned
No,
about
don't,
that.
don't shit on Norris. No, not Norris.
dex firearms.
No,
or
no,
is it
I'll
athletics?
shit on
I'm
Charles.
worried about Norris. Don't shit on Norris.
Oh,
No,
wait,
not
he's
Norris.
Coming, he's
Norris
coming back.
deserves better.
Careful, careful, careful. Oh. And that's why there was a crocodile.
My apologies for that brief interruption.
It's okay. We did nothing while you were out. We were totally.
Did not shit on anyone's head.
No, we did not.
Nope.
Chat, help me.
They're
Someone
not going to
me.
help you.
Nobody said streaming was a form of masochism, but here we are.
Did?
Yes.
Tom, you head over to Norris, who is looking at what could broadly be described as flirting going on between... Well, no. Flirting from Pia to maybe
Yeah.
Spurgeon.
Definitely is what's happening.
It's odd. Hey, he's got Spring's eyes. What can I say?
I walk over to him and I lean in and I say, very calmly, with a very smooth tone to my voice,
Oh no.
buttered up with that lovely winter mantle, Norris, I am certainly not here to kill you today.
Sounds convincing.
Marvelous.
I'd like to roll subterfuge.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
I just want him to be a little bit on edge.
He's got 4 holes in him.
He could have more.
How much more on edge can he? All right, if he's gonna do that, I'm gonna try and reap glamour from him because I'm fall court, and we get glamour from fear. So
Awesome.
I'm just gonna wait.
Oh, don't worry. I fucking nuke him because, yeah, we're not even going to worry. I think he's shitting himself now as well. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever a double exceptional means.
He's
Great.
gonna take the shaken condition.
Yes, he is. I would like to reap some glamour from him, please.
Do you want to reap or do you want to harvest?
Harvest, thank you.
Because reaping is something different.
And he's unconscious.
Make that wits empathy roll, I think, for just being in the room whilst a sudden glamour takes place.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm also on staff for a Changeling the Dreaming game, so sometimes I have to remember what it is that the True Fae do, and sometimes I have to remember what it is that their captives do.
Somehow both of them panic.
Yeah, no kidding. Alright, that's 2, finally.
2. How much glamour are you on? Does this put you over?
I think I spent like 3 or 4 last game,
Cool.
if I remember correctly.
Cool.
So, yeah, so I'm back up to full.
Mm-hmm.
I should be anyway.
I just have to duck out momentarily. There is a chicken screaming its head off.
Show
I
us
just
the
have to-
chicken. Show us the chicken.
I'll be fine.
Gotta see the chicken.
Show us your cock, I guess.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely a chicken, and that will get me banned from Twitch again.
uh,
Good job.
this man.
Asterix
Or
never been banned from
As
Twitch.
the Sims say, Guje Darbo.
Guje Dalbo,
Guje
Washana,
Darbo.
Stimo Medania.
Norris looks up at you, Clay.
Tom.
Tom. He does not meet your eye. He doesn't even meet your lips. He looks at your chin.
Excellent. Now that we understand each other, you're going to tell me exactly what happened from the beginning to the end. You're not going to pause, and if I discover that you're lying, refer back to my previous statement.
Yes, sir.
Playing vampire.
Hey, Undead
I play a lot of vampire. We should do that sometime.
No, we shouldn't. I'm really burned out on vampire.
Listen. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Let's engage with the interrogation. Hey, buddy. I have. I went to the Spring Court a couple of days ago and I put in my interest for one of the courtiers there that we could meet up and have
Spit it out.
have sex, copulate, and we agreed. We said here now last night, and
Their name would be...
and I also wasn't prepared for this game.
Rhiannon. Their name is Rhiannon.
Thank you. Their name, Rhiannon. She's from Wales. She's really nice. We were getting started. Things were going very well. And
While you were copulating.
yes, whilst that was happening.
In
She's-
future, Norris, the term is an assignation or a tryst, just so you don't embarrass yourself.
Yes, miss.
The pair of you were functioning, and
And
I hate that even more somehow.
I was on top, and she.
Oh.
okay. When I said tell me
No,
everything,
this is important. She pulled a face like this, and you know.
could you do that again for me, please? Okay, thank you.
You know how sometimes you think you're doing well, but you're not. I thought that was that, and I asked
Every day of my life, Norris.
That's going.
Often.
That's going in quotes. You know how think you're doing well, but you're not. Every day of my life, Norris.
Oh, hello, Undead Law. They're raiding with a party of 5. Hello,
They
everybody.
Or
The Vikings are here, and
there are 5 of them. 5 Vikings. Hooray!
That's 5 more Vikings than we had previously.
True.
and the I thought I should ask her how she's going, and then I was stabbed from behind, and I didn't ask for anyone extra, so I looked around, and there was this small-framed individual with the knife by my bed because we had some cheese and bread, and it was nice. It was going to be a nice time, and they stabbed me so
What
many
type of
times. Cheddar.
I don't really care about the cheese. Come on. So, small-framed individual, what did they look like?
They were.
Why would I care about the cheese?
They were. Give me a second. Check my notes. They were a young-looking, like almost a child, mousy brown hair, very symmetrical face. Like, I didn't see too much before they stabbed me multiple times. Like, and he shows the wounds. There's there. There's there. There are chickens on stream, and there's some at his ribs. It wasn't. They weren't deep. But Rhiannon took the opportunity and ran unclothed.
Leaving her clothes behind?
Yes, yes.
I see. And you've never seen this stabbist before in your life?
Sabbath.
I thought it was quite funny.
Fuck.
Apparently it was.
No, I tried to use one of my contracts to distract them, but nothing worked. I tried to affect them, and the glamour was used, but nothing happened.
I see. And you were stabbed how many times? 4, correct?
Four
Okay.
times.
And how is your pain?
Tolerable at the moment.
Okay. Why were there boards torn up in your room?
What?
Okay, that answers that question then. I look to Pia.
May I interject?
The pigeon may
Um,
interject.
So while this is happening, now that I've heard the description of the person,
Mhm.
I would like to take flight and leave the room. I don't think that my presence is required in this interrogation. I'd like to sort of have a little scout around and see if I can possibly spot said person on the premises based on the description that he just provided.
Absolutely. I'll get you to make an investigation roll.
Right.
You will be at +2 for this.
Okay. And what?
Is she getting the +8 as well? Because
How many-
Yes, so it would be a total of +10.
Yes, I'm rolling. I don't have any investigation,
Okay,
so that should be a -3.
it
So
shall
I'm
be
rolling 7. Rolling 7.
plus your wits.
Sorry. Okay, so I get to roll 10
Mhm.
in that case, which is very hard to do when you've got a chicken in your hand. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I get to roll that one again. 5, 6. 6 successes.
Cool. You take flight. Yes, little bird. You take flight, and thank you, Undead Law, for the
thank you for all of the subs.
mm.
I appreciate them.
You take flight and you flap around the building. As you do see climbing the wall into kind of the roof of this small chapel a very slight individual. Mousy hair, pardon me, blood covering them when you see them, and as they kind of pull themselves in, you do see the flash of a knife. However,
They're going into a church, did you say?
Yes, they are heading into the chapel of the church.
Into the chapel. Okay, all right.
All right.
I'd like to
Well, go
follow.
ahead.
I'm guessing being a church is probably tall. Maybe it's got like
This is like a very small. Yes, bird. Hello. This is a very small chapel, so it's maybe one room. It's about 20 meters long in total, but it's also very square. It looks like a fridge box.
Okay.
With
And-
some neoclassical additions.
if I were to land in or around, would I be kind of noticeable, or am I just kind of?
You're a pigeon.
I'm
Nobody's going to
literally
notice you.
Yeah, good. Okay, I'd like to follow the scallywag, please.
You follow the scallywag. Whilst you are following, I will jump back to Pia with Tom.
Well, while we have CSI Tom doing our lovely little interrogation here, I'm going to use.
Looks like this priest got involved in seminary.
Wow! Ow!
And that's stream, guys. Thanks very much for joining.
Great.
Yes, Jax, help me.
I'm going to use discreet summons to summon the knife that he was stabbed with. I don't know it's going into the church, but I'd rather not be in there, because I can summon an object or a goblin to my service.
Jules?
It is 1 glamour. It is an opposed roll, so it is my manipulation plus persuasion plus weird versus the object's composure. I'm sorry, it's instant for an object.
Excellent.
So I don't actually roll. It's just
You
I
lose
spend
the
1
glamour.
glamour and I have it.
You lose the glamour.
Yep.
You do not receive the knife.
I receive knife.
You do not receive the knife.
No knife for you.
You reach in and you're going to pull something out, and you pull out a little bit of grave dirt. And you reach in, like, this contract should have worked. You should have this thing. But you
That's
don't.
fucked up.
I'll get you to make a weird roll for me, actually.
I'm now angry. So just weird then.
Resolve weird, actually. Let's go
Marvelous.
down that way.
Thank you.
I like that.
All right. So that is 2 successes.
2 successes. The weird activated and was rejected. The weird itself was rejected by something.
I'm personally offended.
About what? Yeah.
Well, this, showing the grave dirt, should have been a knife. And it's not. Because I made the request of the weird went and got it, and then was rejected. And I'm vexed.
I see. 1 moment. I find that also quite vexing. And which contract did you attempt to use? Sorry, just so I can understand.
Summons, obviously.
Thank you. I want to activate something that targets myself.
Excellent. What would you like to
Hopefully
activate?
that will work. Litany of Rivals. So, my aspiration currently is to solve what's going on here. And each success grants me a different thing. So, we'll see how many successes I get.
Okay.
I spend the glamour. There's no way I'm getting the other part of this.
No.
Okay, 2 successes.
2.
So I'm going to ask if it works.
It does.
The current location of the current location of this threatening person.
When you say threatening person, who do you mean?
The person who assaulted.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I'm using the terms as written in the contract.
Yep, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. You do not receive any information.
Okay.
The contract has fired, but you do not know where that information has come from.
And I'll provide the second part of this as well, because I get 2 questions. Maybe the second question will work. One of the name or face of one of their closest allies.
Actually, you do get that. And the information you receive is they have no allies. They have no friends. This is interesting because you are not targeting the individual, you are targeting the connections the individual has. They don't have connections.
Interesting. Pia, maybe this means something more to you with your background, but this individual, whoever or whatever they might be, and I'm definitely leaning towards whatever, they have no connections to anyone or anything. Does that sound like something that you deal with?
Sounds like they've wrapped themselves in the weird.
Or death, perhaps?
Don't want to deal with vampires.
I
I'm
mean,
hoping vampires aren't real.
I wouldn't be able to tell you. But if it is... Did this happen at night? It was at night, right? I turned
Yeah, it
to
was at night.
Norris.
I do have one contract that allows me to fade from someone's perception and memory.
Okay. Perhaps it is that. Alright.
But it would be a grander version of that because my contract only allows me to visually fade.
Or is this potentially some kind of spirit or ghostly entity?
Possibly a hobgoblin.
You guys
Could be a
could make a occult roll if you would like.
I'll assist you.
Great. I wonder if I have any. I have one occult because I bought an occult after last game because people were like, "You're playing an autumn court without a cult." Like, yeah, I can do an intelligence occult.
Yep.
Does this get our bonuses?
It will get your plus. Yes, it will get your +8. However, it will not gain. Where is my mantle? It will not gain the autumn bonus for investigating true fae or fairy.
Cool. So you get +3 from me.
So I have 5 successes and 2 of them are 6 successes and 2 of them are 10s. 7 successes, 8 successes. Hold on. 8 successes.
8 successes. Okay. With the information that you have, here is what you know for certain. This individual is able to refuse, reject, or has no connection to the weird. 2. Whilst they may not be targeted with contracts, and by extension the objects under their possession may not be targeted with contracts, their connections may be investigated, but they have none. This could mean they are either recent, or they are simply a lone wolf. This is not normal for
No,
you
it's
in any
not.
way. Even humans, mortals, have a vague connection to the weird. But as we pan back over to Smidge, you do start to understand the danger that is being posed here. That this thing refuses to accept you. Could it be a ghost? Maybe. But it could also be something worse. Smidge, you flap into the chapel and nestle kind of in the rafters. This slight individual, they're wearing not even threadbare, this is a stolen shirt that they've cut the arms off at the elbow so that they can walk around. And you're watching. They seem to be watching something as well. You can't see them, and then the knife flicks out of their hand, and you hear the scream of someone being stabbed on the opposite wall as a young woman, unclothed, really very panicked, materializes as this other individual starts walking towards them.
So the woman just materializes in the church?
Yeah, she just seems to pop out of nowhere, like invisibility was dropped in Skyrim.
Right, okay, yep. And the mousy head person
Mm-hmm.
is still there?
Yep, and they're walking towards them.
Mm.
Okay. So, do I get some idea of what's happening here if I roll, like occult? And,
Yep.
like,
What-
maybe...
What idea would you like? What are you trying to
I'm-
figure out?
Well, for a start, how have they just appeared out of nowhere? How's
Okay.
that person... Do I get some sense of they kind of, like, warped here or teleported here, or the invisibility
Yep.
dropped if they were
Yep.
there already?
How many dots in occult do you have? 1?
4.
4. This
Mhm.
person has the light shy contract. They are a changeling, a very low weird
Yeah.
changeling, and very young. In terms of being free of the hedge, like she's got barely any
He is what we
particulars.
call fresh out of the hedge.
Yeah, hedge fresh.
The mousy one is hedge fresh, or
No.
the one that's just appeared?
The one that's been stabbed and has appeared. The mousy
Okay.
one does not have any mask, does not have any mane. They do not look changeling at all. They look like a very poor urchin of London.
I'll just observe what they do as they walk towards the hedge fresh.
They pick up one of the heavy Bibles that's there, and you hear in this very high voice up here, "Stay put, you filthy thing!" and just bashes her with it.
So
The
a
mousy
literal
head.
Bible basher.
Yes, a literal Bible basher.
Great, good. I am going to immediately fly as quickly as I can back to my comrades.
Excellent.
Uh,
I'll
bash
get you
back
to
there.
make. I'll get you to make a dexterity plus athletics for how fast you just vroom through.
Yeah, I have. Where is it? I know I've got something that helps me. Whoop, sorry.
Fang
How
and talon.
dexterous is a pigeon?
Enough.
Yeah.
So wait, roll. What did you say? Roll.
Your dexterity plus your athletics.
My athletics. Let's see.
I believe that's 8 dice.
Yep. So I've got 3 dexterity,
Mhm.
2 athletics,
Mhm.
and then what's the standard amount?
And you'll be adding the plus 8.
Yeah.
to
Okay.
this.
Cool. So plus 8. Okay. Right. So many dice. Let's see. 4, 5, 6.
So you should be up
8.
to 13.
Yep.
Hey, it's your lucky
So
number.
sure is. That's too far out. That's 2 10s there. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I get to roll these ones again. 7, 8.
8.
Okay. Yep.
It is the space between wing beats. The menace that is going on down here, you just vroom straight through the roof and you start flying back to your friends. I'll give you guys, you two are looking at each other, this kind of reality of the event slowly dawning on you.
Whatever this thing is, we need to stop it.
Yeah. I would
Okay.
put the fear of God into that, but today has proved that I need more practice.
Well, I mean, God can be fickle, apparently.
Apparently.
Spurgeon pulls a...
Okay. Well then, where has my bird gone?
And at that moment, your bird flies back.
Ah, excellent.
Wait! Come quickly! Quickly now! We must go! No time to explain! Follow me!
Well-trained
Oh my
bird.
God.
Very well-trained bird.
Hurry! Let's go! Let's go!
Very well trained, yes.
you guys run off.
Carrier pigeon.
You leave the camera behind as Spurgeon, Reverend Matthew, and Norris all just look at each other and go, "Yep, yep, yep."
I spend a glamour
Can I grab Reverend Matthew on our way out?
You most
Just-
certainly may.
As like he's going, yep. You just see
Yup.
his hand shoot into frame and like, come on.
Beautiful, love it.
I'm a Ferris and there's an ogre in the room. I'm not gonna like pass that opportunity up. No, come back and focus. Fuck. Sorry.
You
My
sort yourself
camera's
up.
doing it.
Clay, what were you saying? Sorry.
I spend a glamour for talon and wing for the extra speed.
There we go.
I need to do it now.
Okay. What we're going to do is we are all going to roll initiative. So a single
Yay.
D10.
It's been so long.
It has been.
How
a
do we
while.
do this? Who even am I?
So,
Rolled a 3.
Alex, you add your composure and your dexterity to the final result of that roll.
Okay, and as in if I've got 2 dots for composure, I'm adding the number 2
Yes.
to what my roll was.
Yep.
So 5. Oh, and and
And the
dexterity?
dex.
8. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, my total is a 9.
11.
Well, womp womp.
And cannot.
Hurry, I say, as they outrun me. They don't even know where they're going.
No, they don't. However, that won't matter too much, as I roll for 3 people in this scene. That's going to be fun. Really? Alright. You are 13, Rhiannon. You are yep. No, you're there. Matthew, you are there. And sorry, Alex, what was your total again?
I think I got 8.
8.
Yeah.
Clay, yours was 11. And Jax, yours was 9.
9.
Alrighty. I will just organise my little list as you all sprint through. You're following Smidge's instructions as you're just running, pushing people aside as you head towards the chapel. Now, something gets to happen. 4, 2, and we'll take that many away.
Hello, Murphy Pop Art. Thank you for raiding with your party of 2. We appreciate it. That is 2 more pop arts than we had 5 minutes ago.
Ah, yay! And
Can I get some Pop-Tarts in chat?
Pop Tarts in chat.
Woo!
Pigeons in the chat.
Unfortunately, Clay is our tart on camera. You guys do hear a scream go through the building as you rush in, pelting your way in. By the door, we'll set this up. You have rows of pews. You have over one side this slight, very small individual who has a knife in their hand, dripping blood down it. Near you is this young woman, nude, panicking, and she's rambling something in what sounds like Welsh, very, very quickly. You are all kind of in the door at this point, and we start our little combat encounter with the murderer.
I thought you were about to say with these messages from our sponsors, and I was about to lose my shit.
Cool. The child-like figure picks up a Bible and 1, 2. Looking at the Reverend, doing the thing we have all longed to do in our lives. Yeets the good book at the preacher.
Yes.
Oh. And beans him. Get hit with beans.
That's for all of the Awana meetings I had to go to.
And they seem to just kind of slink and hide behind some of the pews, blocking direct line of sight. Clay, your turn.
I am in two minds about this because normally murder is on the menu, but this appears to be a child.
Yes, it does. Maybe
But I
12, 13 years old.
But I do have speed 20, so I bust on over to them,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd like to try and grapple them.
Excellent. Make your strength plus brawl,
Mm-hmm.
and they resist with their defense.
Does this include our bonuses?
It won't. No.
Nice. Cool. That's fine. I will spend a willpower, though.
Excellent. You will
Does this
be.
fit my needle of protector?
It does. You will be at -5 for initiating the
Okay.
grapple.
Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. Fine. Oop. Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes. You grab the kid,
What?
and they just like, what?
Got him.
Matthew wasn't expecting combat, and just kind of steps into the room to stand in between Rhiannon and her assailant. Jax, what does Pia Mort do?
Well, she was going to pop Thorn's rebuke, but since we appear to have had the strange, wordless child handled, I am going to instead pop discreet summons and pull one of my dresses out of my large Victorian pocket. So like one of my tea gowns.
Yep.
Like nothing that has a bustle or anything, and just make
Just-
make sure Rhiannon has it.
Yep, something to cover, not
Yeah.
necessarily much else. Yep, you do that. And she looks up at you. Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
I don't take well to people stabbing Spring Court.
Apparently. Alex, what is your character doing?
Well, I've come to a screeching halt as we've entered and seen this unfolding before me and sort of just standing there going, I've now flicked back into my human form as we busted through the door, and I was like, I'm flying, and I sort of go like this, and I tumble, and I'm a person now, and I stop and slowly turn towards the woman that just spoke, because I heard her voice and I heard her accent, and it's something I haven't heard an accent like this before, or at least I don't think I have. I'm not sure. I'd like to go momentarily into some sort of like Nam flashbacks, and like searching.
Oh, excellent! You want to do that?
I want to like scan my memory and be like, where have I heard that? Have I ever heard that voice, like that voice before, or that accent before? That sort of thing.
Excellent. I love that. Thank you for volunteering for a clarity attack.
Clarity. There you go. Nice. That's what we call it now. Okay.
Yep. Oh, I did it the wrong way around. I'm gonna get you to roll 3 dice for me, please.
Okay, just 3 dice. All right.
Just 3 dice to start.
I got a 10.
Love it.
That's a 9.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 8.
Beautiful.
Okay. So that was 3.
3. Excellent. You suffer a clarity attack because I ran it incorrectly earlier. You're supposed to do the breaking point and then damage is your weird. So, in this case, you are suffering a mild clarity attack. Can I get you to roll your weird rating, please? which I think is 1.
I have 1
Should
dot.
be 1. I think we're all 1.
Yep. I have 1. Alright.
Did you
Nothing.
succeed?
Did not
Nothing.
succeed.
Beautiful. You feel the shock going through you as you're reaching back into your mind, back through Arcadia, and you actually hear in this moment that same soft sing-song voice of your keeper. And she's calling you back. Just come on back now, don't you? And it snaps away very quickly. You just stop that. However, that's all you get in this moment. A little bit shaken, but nothing negative happens.
Not stirred.
Not stirred. No,
A little
not
bit shaken.
stirred. You are a martini of a different variety. Rhiannon puts on the dress. That is her action. Because she's embarrassed. And we go to the 2 people in the grapple. Clay.
Yeah.
Can I get you to roll your strength plus brawl?
Sure can.
As I...
Not bad. Not bad.
It's
4 from me.
4. Oh, Boise. Sorry, I just have to check something. Beastmaster. Why have I organised my cards like this? I don't have that
If
one.
they have negative weird, I'm pretty sure they ain't portaling out of this.
They are not. However, they are making a very spirited attempt. 5 successes. They are going to not release the grapple, but they are going to have control of their weapon, and they're going to do the damage grappling maneuver.
I spend a point of glamour reflexively to escape the grapple.
You escape the grapple. You are still within range
That's
of the
fine.
stabbings.
But I get my defense now.
You do. So I will roll their attack. What's your defense, please?
My defense is 4.
Just do it that way. Ooh, oh dear.
It's fine. It's what I'm here for.
4 lethal as a knife that you didn't notice flicks down and they try to slash at you. You drop them and then they just wind up into your thigh. This blade sinking in and they let go. Just kind of... Your turn.
I say, I was against killing children. I spend a point of glamour for Talon and Wing. In particular, the one that normally would give your unarmed attack a +0 lethal modifier. But I have lethal main, so my claws become aggravated.
Yep.
And I go to punch the child.
I should make clear for everybody watching, Onyx Path does not condone violence against children. It is very funny, however.
I don't condone violence against children.
Also,
To be clear.
Jax, out of character, has a fairly good guess as to what this might be. And it's not a child, but it's okay.
No, it's not.
It's actually not a kid, everybody. We're not monsters. Well,
-5 to your dice pool to punch.
yep, already done.
Punch the critter.
Yeet. Oh, it's a good yeet.
Oh dear.
Only 4 successes.
With +1 lethal?
But it's +0 aggravated.
+0 aggravated. Okay, which of the limbs do you want to take off?
Yeah, I just swipe out with razor-sharp claws that are now almost glowing with glamour as I cut into their right leg.
Excellent. You dig in and you feel the
You're not gonna take
femur...
the knife arm?
Sorry?
Not gonna take the knife arm?
No, I figure that I can't run away without a leg.
Alright.
You
Or if they can.
You hook
That's a
in,
problem.
and it's like slicing bread as you go through the femur, and they fall down. They are knocked down, screaming almost in agony.
Is there blood? Or I'm assuming possibly not.
Yes, there's blood.
Wow, okay. It's a real boy.
It is
Maybe.
a real boy. The preacher, Matthew, just looks over confused, picks up one of the candlesticks that's there, and throws it at the child.
Hey, they have dropped prone, so they do get +2 defense to that.
So that's 6. Okay. He doesn't do a very good throw. He misses.
Oh, god damn it!
Jax,
Say in the chapel.
I need you to roll your weird, just in case something's listening, Clay.
Okay.
Jax,
5 success. 5. A 5. Not 5 successes. That would be strange.
it would be.
I'm gonna start getting Rhiannon out of the chapel.
You start shuffling her away, keeping her safe.
Because I don't want to be in here either.
No, it's a bad place. Alex.
I'd like to. I'm watching Rhiannon as she's being escorted out, and I'm kind of like, sort of stepping closer, going like eyes squinted, like thinking really hard, and I'd like to use the Cupid's arrow contract, if I may, on her.
Roll it. And she doesn't have a good dice pool against this.
So this says it says dice 4 for Cupid's arrow. So do I add anything to that, or I just roll 4 dice?
You just roll 4 dice.
2 successes.
2 successes.
Yep.
You beat her. Her present desire, her strongest desire, is not to die. It is probably the thing that is most overwhelming her. And shortly below that, it is do not get seen by anybody else.
Okay.
That will be your turn, unless you're moving anywhere. Are you getting
I'm
close?
just following in their direction out of the chapel.
Cool. Jax, as you are kind of shuffling Rhiannon, keeping her safe, she disappears again, as you with Contract of Jewels would note Light Shy activating.
Is it a Contract of Jewels? I thought that was Autumn Court.
No,
Right.
it is Jules.
I think yeah.
I'm still here. I just don't want to be seen.
I understand. I can do the same thing. Just stick with me, all right?
It is our little murderer's turn, as they are in pain. How do they go about this? They put their hands up and lie back. Don't kill me, please. I'm just confused. I'm just scared. Please don't kill me. And Clay, can I get you to roll an opposition to manipulation
Sure.
of some description?
Composure. Persuasion?
Yeah, I'll accept that.
Sure. Three.
They are definitely not telling the whole truth. They are trying to manipulate you in this situation to stop their death. But that is it, as it is your turn.
Well, I didn't actually really want to... I mean, there's a possibility of murder on the table when aggravated damage is being thrown around, but...
Oh, speaking of. It's okay, they're not bleeding out.
Great. I say excellent, and then I kick them in the head. This
attack.
I don't want to use the claws for this. I would just want to try and make them a little bit more subdued. What is their defense currently?
Their defense is 5.
And because they're prone,
You get a
that makes it 3?
No, you get a +2 to hit them.
Okay.
Because you are there. However, are you trying... Is your intention of this to just subdue them, to stun them?
Just to stun them or subdue them. I'm not intending on this being like a curb stomping.
Okay, I'll get you to also spend willpower to make sure that you are not just finishing.
Absolutely. You've got it. Willpower expended.
Excellent. Make that a roll.
Ooh, Boise. 3, 4.
4.
Mhm.
You hit them in the head, and they just go, and kind of, they've got the concussed vibe of someone who could try something, but definitely isn't trying anything within this scene. As
Okay, got him!
we will drop out of initiative.
All right, let's go get your clothes.
Alright, clothes. Those boys nailed them to the doors, though. I don't...
Oh, I know.
Oh,
You don't have to be seen. Don't worry.
okay. And she will follow Pia, guiding every so often. What is Smidge doing?
Curiously following along behind this Rhiannon person, and not asking anything, not saying anything, just listening, intently. Also, I'd like to turn around and see what the hell is going on back at the church. I'm sort of between the two. I'm wondering.
Yep.
I'm not wanting to lose track of Rhiannon, but also I'm like, but hang on, wait.
Yep.
What about this problem we've got back here?
The problem seems to be solved as Reverend Matthew comes over and kind of grabs and picks up the body in these huge hands.
Let's just be careful with that. I pick up the leg. I'm like, and I turn to the concussed person. I hope this sinks into whatever they are. Don't move, or I'll kick you in the head with your own foot.
Is that a weaponry or a brawl roll? That's a question
Don't know.
of the ages.
It's an improvised weapon roll if you care.
Thank you, Jackson.
We should get this person out of here, out of here as quickly as we can, and ideally straight into the arms of Winter.
I don't object.
Can I get you to make a persuasion roll, please?
Yes. Court allegiances, son.
Winter is also the best court to figure out what the fuck this thing is.
It's that or autumn. Can I use my my winter mantle for that?
Your winter mantle?
Yeah. Does that apply here?
It would, yes.
Nice. That turns a normal result into 6 successes.
Excellent. You're slowly coming down and feeling the Mastermind's Gambit start to leave and the spinning wheel ease. And Matthew pulls a face of...
You don't have to come in, just help me get them out of here.
I'll bring them with you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Maybe
I owe you one, and I offer him the opportunity to seal me to that.
He does. Just, the polite sort of thing. Alright, let's leave while the ladies attend to their charge.
Indeed.
And...
Oh, something occurs to me. That I haven't Cupid's arrowed the raging mousy-haired child.
Awesome. Cool. Do you want to?
And I would like to. Yeah, I I've been following around and thinking, like, well, hang on, wait, and I'm like, whoa, and I go running back, and I'm rolling
You
my 4
That's
dice for
fine.
Cupid's arrow.
Just remove the glamour from your sheet
Okay, yes.
as the contract completely fails. This child cannot be touched or affected by the weird as you try to see into their intentions, and their intentions are refused to you.
Can I roll occult to sort of figure out how the heck someone could,
Yeah, absolutely. You can
block
make an
me being
occult
able
roll.
to do that? So occult plus, like,
Intelligence.
yeah, or
Intelligence has to be the thing.
has to be intelligence?
Yep.
Not wits?
No, sorry. Which implies that you have experienced this thing before. You have not.
Yep. Okay. So if my occult is 4 dots,
Mhm.
I'm just rolling 4 dice. That's it.
Plus your intelligence. Your 1 dot in intelligence.
Ah,
So that
I
would
do
be
have
5.
my one dot of intelligence. Yep. So that's 2 successes.
2 successes. You have no idea what could do this. Anything that can cut the weird's threads, can redirect, is... It's almost obscene. It's like this thing is made of cold iron. And its bones have been made of iron. But not quite. There's something wrong about this creature.
Is it?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Is it, like, can I tell if it's got a heartbeat?
With the blood spraying out of its leg, it definitely has a heartbeat.
Oh, it does have blood spray. I thought you said there was no blood.
No, I said there was blood.
Oh, okay, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jack's gone.
Now that I've seen it in action, can I try another intelligence occult roll?
You may.
All right, cool. So that's gonna be 3 dice for me. Do 2 successes, one's a 10. All right, 2 successes.
2 successes. You get much the same. You're drawing
Mhm.
much the same conclusions as Smidge is. This is something that is antithetical. It is anathema to weird. It
Take
could
that.
be made of cold iron, but if that were the case, the claws wouldn't go through it.
Mm-hmm.
There's something wrong about this creature.
Cold red iron, master of them all.
As you are led by Rhiannon back to the door where her dress is nailed up. It's this very nice sort of yellow dress with an ivy brocade sort of going up, and it has just been nailed there in much the same manner as one might crucify someone, perhaps.
Spring Court should have given you more defenses.
They they didn't expect this, unfortunately. And
Sorry.
and there are a few people around, but with your presence and autumn mantle, and I imagine a very sharp look, there are very few people around now. As
Come here.
Yeah, what do you want?
Did that.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Did that.
I don't know. Really don't. Roll an intimidation.
Thank you. She might be fall court and kind of an ass, but she does have a weird sense of justice.
How weird. 1 dot.
Yep, that's right. Okay, so that's 110.
Good.
So I got 2 successes. I'm just rolling fucking 2s tonight, my dude.
That's okay. He only got one. Uh, um. Uh,
You don't have to tell me his name, just get him.
he doesn't move. Listen, it's just fun. They had it coming. Like that's not right. You can't do that in a. Yeah.
So you did it.
Um. Only a little.
All right, find me the other ones who did it only a little.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll give you 5 minutes.
Uh, um. Yes. And he bolts. Clay. Are we splitting the group a little bit here with Clay going with the Reverend back to Winter and Smidge and Jax staying together?
Are you gonna stay with me, or are you gonna take the thing back?
I'm going to stay with
Okay.
Rhiannon.
Good, because I might need you to poop on someone's head.
Down their
Can
neck.
do.
Down their throat.
That's right.
We'll quickly switch to Winter and wrap the final scene there up. You don't exactly know how you get to Winter, Clay. It's like Matthew managed to bend space just a little bit so that you guys stepped 5 times and you were at the doorway of the Winter Court. A
Could
very
work.
Thank you. It is a very nondescript, unnoticeable place. You know that the wards here would make anyone without a little bit of goodwill, their eyes just kind of off this door. Alright. Shall I entrust the reprobate to your care, or would you like me to bring them in?
Oh, no, I can handle it from here, but thank you for the assistance, truly.
That is acceptable. Thank you. And he hands you the child. This is a very small person, light, small bones. There's not really meat on them. There's just hope.
Mhm. I make my way up to the door, and I assume I'm met by a guard at some point.
No, you would not be met by a guard. This is Winter. You just
Hmm,
go in. They expected you.
fabulous.
You go
Eh,
into the same sort of Spartan halls, onyx inlaid ebony wood, and you are met by a older man, the Baron of Silence, who steps towards you.
Baron,
Yes, Thomas.
I have the cause of the current commotion here with me. And I give him the lowdown on what it is capable of.
Hmm. He frowns slightly. Fascinating. And the weird does not touch it.
Seems that way. However, I gesture to the leg. You can use objects of the weird to harm it, and I assume hold it.
Excellent. We have just the room. If you would not mind following me.
Of course.
And he leads you through. These doors don't get labelled. These doors don't get noted. Occasionally you see another winter courtier. More often you don't, as they pass you by with just a little gust. And he brings you to a door that is bound in chains. Taps the chains. And opens the door into no thing. No room. No light. No anything. Please, if you wouldn't mind placing the creature in the liminal space, we will handle it from here.
Of course. Enjoy your stay. And I put them in. Oh, I forgot this.
You.
Yeah, I beamed them with the leg, much like they beamed the priest with the book.
The leg lands in and they start trying to reattach it as the door closes and the chains go on. Interesting creature. We will
Indeed.
see how the liminal deals with it.
I would also like to report that this would be a very interesting point to bargain with the gold spinners with.
We are aware. Thank you,
Fabulous.
however, for your recommendation. Now, if you would not mind, I have additional work that must be attended to.
Don't let me detain you.
Never would. And we will cut back as you leave Winter to you lovely folk. It's been 5 minutes. And along comes the young man that you accosted with two others who look very sheepish.
The fiction of the streetwalker, is that your work?
They look to you and then to Smidge. To Smidge, they look like they're pleading for help.
I just kind of avoid eye contact.
So you thought that Pastor Spurgeon wouldn't give your friend Norris the correct punishment.
Oh shit, you're going that way. Oh dear.
Perhaps you disagreed with the will of your pastor?
Well, we're allowed to, yeah, but it's not like that. Like Norris gets it's a joke, right? He's good
Norris
like that.
is in the hospital, holier than thou. Do you think he thinks anything is a joke right now?
I maybe not, miss.
Maybe not, miss.
Why does that sound like a threat? 'Cause it is one. Shut up.
So what you're going to do here is you're going to give me the cost of an assignation each out of your allowances or whatever you have, and we'll call it even. And if you don't, I'll haunt your dreams.
Is Smidge doing anything in this moment as a threat? Is going down?
No, just probably I would say looking at, or maybe actually, are the clothes still?
No, Rhiannon has materialized, put them on, and then
Okay,
disappeared again.
okay. Oh, she's disappeared again.
Yeah, she's just invisible permanently at this point.
Yeah, no, I'll just wait. I'll wait. Avoid eye contact.
You will remember my face. You will see it on the face of every woman you see in the East End. And you will remember who it was that you crossed.
Do you want to make a one-sided oath?
If they don't pay me, absolutely.
Beautiful. Let's see. I'll get you to make an intimidation roll, and I'll make a few.
I get a bonus on that because I already intimidated one. Actually, I get my auto mantle on that, so I'm fine.
Yep.
Never mind. So that's 6 dice.
Oh, one of them is recalcitrant. Very recalcitrant.
I have 4 successes.
2 of them immediately make trails. And I'll get you to roll off with a final one.
Marvelous. So what am I looking to beat here?
3 in this case.
We shall... 3.
3. We roll again. As this one person is just staring you down. He will not back down. You can't make me do anything.
3.
You might make me do something. And he
They
turns...
call me the Sexton's daughter. Do you want to know why?
Because you enjoy sextons? I don't know. I don't care.
Because I clean up after the corpses of the dead. Go get the money.
He wanders off. And within 5 minutes they come back with their money. You guys are left alone for a little bit.
We have a moment to speak
You do.
without anyone listening.
Yep.
I'd like to look in the general direction of Rhiannon's invisible form.
Yep.
Excuse me. Hello, miss. You're there, right? Yes, hello. Hi. Interesting that we should meet. You're one of the only people I've met that sounds somewhat like I do. May I ask, where are you from?
I'm from near Cardiff in Wales.
Wales. Wales, like in the ocean?
No, Criminy. Oh, Cymru. The lands, like Wales. It's just west.
Can I... Does this trigger any response from me, from my memories or anything like that?
Yes, it would. You would start to remember the times in Snowdonia, the tall mountains of Wales. Going there with family and with friends, and you would remember your time in those mountains from long ago when you were a child. Yeah, it's beautiful, but
This is going to sound a little bit strange, a little bit silly. Sorry if I sound a bit lost here, but I don't suppose you'd know possibly what I sound like, perchance.
Maybe from the north. I don't know. I'm just going to stop that accent because it's going all over England and nowhere near Wales. I don't know. It may be from near there. Maybe further north. It's it could be a bit more northern Welsh, but I
Right.
don't know.
Thanks for that. I sorry. Did you've just come here, right? You've
I've
not been around
here
long?
for maybe 6 months.
6
Yeah.
months, right? Do you remember much about where you were before here?
No, I don't. I'm not supposed to remember. It's thank you, but I don't want to remember.
You
I'm
want to
here now.
remember?
I'm here now. I'm here now. I don't want to think about those places. Please. Please don't make me
Right.
think about those places.
Oh,
Okay,
no, we're
okay.
asking what drew you back to the mortal world?
I didn't I didn't want to die.
But
And
none of
then
us wanted to die, but something draws all of us back.
don't know. I've I
Voice
wanted
was
to
it?
go to a cottage. I wanted to remember what it was like there. There was rosemary bushes. And
Rosemary's for Remembrance.
she just kind of fades a little bit, like her own mental state has been massively rocked.
Well,
Rosemary's for Remembrance. Remember that.
so, how'd you know the wee fella? The holy one?
Uh, I don't mind a little going over every now and again.
Right. How'd you come to be here, though? At the church? With these fellas here?
And speaking of, these fellas return. Money in hand. The one that put up the most fight against Pia just throws it at her. There! Pay for your bitch. And he starts walking off.
I'm gonna pop the fucking Thorn's Rebuke, and they actually can't see it because I'm a Ferris, and I can actually shoot them like fucking darts.
Oh, lovely.
So as soon as he turns, just
Contract of Thorn.
Cold shot, but cold shot, but.
Thistle's Rebuke.
Thistle's Rebuke, yes.
Yeah, make an athletics roll to hit him in the butt.
I have no athletics, but that's okay.
That's okay. He has no defense.
Because I'm very angry. I have two dexterity, so I will
Could
be
expend
making.
willpower.
Good point. I haven't done that at all this game. I'm gonna do that,
Take-
and that will give me 4.
Mhm.
All right, cool. Let's go ahead and do that. Rolling. 2, 1's a 10. That's another 10. That's 3.
Oh, okay.
That's a 9. So 4.
So these are +2 lethal.
Boise.
As you.
It's just 2 lethal damage. So
No, it's not.
no, it's not.
It's the lethal plus successes.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
You almost.
You nearly kill a man.
You blow half a man's butt cheek right off with a bunch of thistles.
I sure do.
No one can see.
No one can see. Well, no human can see. The changelings watch as you kind of bristle and flex as points form on you, and you send an arm out like you're smacking him. And they just go in. And he drops to the ground in agony.
Oh Lord, you've done it now.
Call my friend a bitch.
Rhiannon kind of takes both of your arms. I think it's time to go now.
I think so too.
Oh, I stand there looking at the other two.
They have been polite and paid, and now are leaving politely.
Right. I'm gonna go find Spurgeon.
Okay.
Yep,
okay.
that sounds like a good idea. Back to the office, shall we?
You two head back to the office where Spurgeon is there. He's just kind of... How am I going to... Yes? What would you like, ladies?
That's all.
Well,
It's finished. It's done. We caught the not so murderous murderer because they didn't actually murder anyone, but we've caught him and he's gone back to the. Actually, where did he go? I don't actually know.
Well,
we've dealt with him.
Excellent. So long as he's out of our hair, I've got enough to deal with.
I put down some of the money, like 1/3 of the money. This is for your trouble. One of your students has had half his arse blown off for calling my friend here a bitch. This is.
There's no mystery there. She's the one that did it. There's no mystery to be solved there.
I found the 3 boys who nailed the dress to the door. I describe them all for him.
Mhm.
They have paid me, and therefore I will not be haunting their dreams.
Well, I guess someone has to be the Lord's vengeance, I suppose. Thank you. We will administer the appropriate first aid. And the
As you're
medicine.
doing business with you, Pastor.
You also, dear lady.
Pia's fine.
And if there is nothing else from Smidge or Pia?
Pia will be paying the other 2/3 of that, even though I probably could have turned that into resources 1, we'll be paying the other 2/3 of that to Rhiannon because she did not deserve this.
She did not. And Smidge?
Have we satisfied all the things for, there's nothing outstanding?
There is nothing outstanding.
Oh, well, job well done, fellas.
We did it, hooray!
Hooray! And that is
Hooray.
where we will end camera on Tom.
As Tom is in the gold spinner's office,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, there's the camera pans over to Tom just sitting there, fingers laced.
With Rory, the gold spinner, a lion-like lady. Actually, she's a lady.
Oh, yes.
So, your problem is solved, your agent is safe, your wayward spring courtier is returned, and the murderer is incarcerated.
Winter?
Of course. I can
Now,
think of nowhere better. Although I believe the Baron would be more than happy to discuss any terms regarding information or findings.
all right. And you are here because
We would like our payment, please.
you are hereby acknowledged and recognized within the bounds of spring. Yourself, Pierre Mort, are recognized as staunch allies. Court goodwill too. And
Most
your
precious.
associates, Smidge, we will have an office prepared for her position.
Lovely.
What?
A court position.
Oh, good lord.
Pleasure
you.
doing business with you, Rory.
Wonderful.
You are
Marvelous.
most
Really, really
welcome.
nice. Thanks. That's very kind.
And that is
I
where
really,
we will.
I really hope someone else calls me the Lord's Vengeance. That was very spicy.
Autumn position for you. Lord's Vengeance.
Hell yeah.
And that is where we will wrap up. I'll quickly do some XP because I like doing XP. Everybody gains a point of XP. We're not going to do beats just because this is we may have one more session, but this works well. Funny, awesome, or learning, anything like that.
I would like to nominate our friendly neighborhood Pia for the entire Lord's Vengeance arc that happened towards the end there. That was fantastic.
The entire Lord's Vengeance arc was indeed fantastic.
I heard Lord's Vengeance arc, which sounded phenomenally sexier, but I'll go with Lord's Vengeance arc.
I did say arc, but what
Look, what? No, I'm not.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, but as I was doing more Fall Court stuff, my light got lower.
I did.
And I had, like, a little
love
candle.
it.
Thank you.
Love set pieces. Funny, awesome for anyone else.
I really loved the fact that Smidge was just, I'm going to seek things that will rattle my clarity, and I'm going to do that real hard. And I always love when characters do that, so I would like to nominate Alex for that.
Absolutely. That was fantastic to just watch Smidge go on more and more self-destruction.
Yes, it's what I'm good at, what I'm best at.
Yep. So you get an XP for that,
Oh,
and
nice. Thank you.
I will point out our resident winter being very winter indeed.
Very winter, yes.
Thank you.
Very winter.
And you may all take an additional experience, rounding us up to 3 for a very fun game. And I hope everybody who was in chat had a wonderful time for the past few hours.
Yay.
We The intention is to have another game at some point. I'm not sure when we will do that, but we'll figure out dates and times when time is actually real and not a ploy of the antediluvians. Thanks very much, Undead Law. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Oh, when
Kindly.
do we get to see the VODs? Because I know you mentioned you wanted to put out some VODs, and there have been people asking about them.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I have been doing quick edits of our last game. I may end up sending that along to maybe Alex or Clay, as they are both more efficient and better at it. But the present one is maybe 60% done on my end, just because I don't always have the time for it.
So really what you're saying is the VODs will come when one of the three people, one of the three very neurotypical people that know how to edit.
The VODs will come at the speed of VOD.
At the speed of VOD.
At the speed that the ADHD allows it.
Shall we do our final where you can find us?
Yes, absolutely. Please do.
Oh, okay. Well, I
You
volunteered.
take the
I
lead.
guess.
You made the suggestion.
Volunteers tribute.
Hi, I'm Jax. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet as Rufflejax. You can find my Linktree that has all of my information in it. It's Linktree/Rufflejax. I write a lot of stuff. I'm also the Changeling the Lost 2nd edition writer who is playing this game. And it's awesome because it has thoroughly, efficiently broken my curse of not being able to play a good Changeling the Lost game. So I'm very pleased with that.
That is my XP for this session.
Yes, it is. Good job.
You can find me on the next stream when it happens, because I'm no longer a presence on the internet other than posting pigeons. So if you'd like to see pigeons and chickens, you can go to Pretty Pastel Pigeons on Instagram. And there's birds aplenty. So outside of that, Pretty Pastel, please do not perceive me.
Beautiful.
And my name is Clay. I promise I do not actually kill children. You can find me at Clay Pigeon in some places still. I will be back on the Twitch doing actual streaming again soon, so keep an eye out for that. I may kick off with another playthrough of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
Yes.
You gotta use the X20 mod. Very important.
Very important.
My partner Ian Watson was very big on that mod, so if you're watching, hi Ian.
Hi Ian.
Hi Ian.
I love you.
I have no particularly strong feelings towards you yet, Ian. But
That's
we shall
terrible because Ian is the community manager for Onyx Path, so you should.
Ooh.
I have incredibly strong feelings towards you, Ian.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Get him, Ian. Get him. Take him off the internet.
If you wish to cancel me, I am Rampant Wombat on Twitch and Instagram. I very rarely post on Instagram, but if you find me, you've done well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and all those who may not be either, thank you so much for joining us, and have a wonderful day. Au revoir.